Alright, so in this video we're going to be looking about the conditions and loops, right? So in previous video we have seen right the first program and how we write the first program, right? And what are the comments and what are the variables and what are the primitive operators, increment and decrement strings, right? So string is what is a string? So a string is a kind of group of characters, right? And you can say it is a array, right? Characters of array. So and then we have seen the getting user input. Now today we're looking about the conditions and loops, right? So these are the two things, conditions and loops. Without it, programming, I think that general programming is not possible. Till now, we actually have been writing the simple statement, right? How to execute that statement. The statements were like, so suppose, so basically I'm talking about your basic uh, program, right? So where we actually writing the line by line, right? So our code is going to be executed like this, right? This line, this line, this line, and this lines, right? So this is the way our code is executed, right? Now the next thing that we need to do or we move further is this conditions and loops, right? So as we know that the suppose um, you want to distribute a voter card, right? So obviously this voter card will not going to give some to everyone, right? So only those people who have age greater than 18, right, are equal. You can say that. Sorry. So they basically must have the age greater than equal to 18, right? So what does it mean? It means that so suppose you are going to distribute the voter card, right? So accordingly, or if you want to verify that the this person is eligible for voter card or not, so what you need to do is so you have to check the age, right? So this is basically the conditional operators, right? So there are many conditional operators. However, this is greater than equal. I will know that less than equal, right? And this is the assignment operator. Remember that the Java. This is the assignment operator, and when you use two equal sign, it means that the equal, right? Otherwise, if you use only one, so it means that it's the assignment operator, right? And you can look at there are many examples available. This is AutoCAD example, and one also example is suppose um, say if it's raining. Okay, this will be very tedious programming. So let me take very simple one. So say that you have two number, right? So you want to print the number which is greater, right? So what you do is you will do condition checking, right? So if so you would be using something like this. If okay a is greater, right? So yeah. Now if a is greater, print sorry, print a, or else print b. So this is kind of pseudo code, right? So you can see that. So that's how programming works, right? So you can transform it this way. If is greater, if A is greater than B, so you have to print A, else print B, right? So suppose A and B both are equal, A is equal to 3, B is equal to 3, right? So what would happen? So in that case, this condition would going to be false. So that's why I'm demonstrating that you have to understand this, right? So it will going to print B, right? So B is greater than 3, right? And so we can use another statement here, right? This way. Else if equal to B, print equal, right? Else print B, right? So that's how the condition is working. Now, if you look at that, this is one line, this is second line, this is third line, this is the fourth line, and this is the fifth line. So if the condition is going to check, so all these statements is not going to be executed, right? Especially these statements will not execute, right? So only a particular statement or only a particular condition, only one is statement is going to be executed, right? So that's how we use conditions, right? And we'll be looking the examples in actual real example, actual demonstration, how to demonstrate these things. Okay, so this is one thing. Well, the next thing that I must have to tell you is this: the loops, right? So what is loop? So as you can see that loop is something that repeated, right? Something like this. So here, same thing we have, right? Suppose we have to print, for example, let's take a general example, not a real world example. Suppose we have to print A, right? That's okay, right? You have simply printed A. And suppose we have to print A two times. So what you need to do is you will do two times print A, right? And suppose you have to print it three times. So you will do three times it. Four times you will write four times it, five times it. So do you really think that this program is going to be like you are writing each statement for that, right? So this is going to be very lengthy, right? So if you have to print 100 times, so you have to write 100 times, right? And it will go to a very lengthy program, and it will also going to take space plus time, right? So this will take lots of space and time. You can assume it, right? I'm not going to deep that how this is working, but just simply assume that this will going to take a lot of space and lots of time. So to translate the whole statement, we use actually loops, right? So there are many types of loops. While loops is available here, and the do while is available, right? And for loop is available here, and this is one the kind of loop which is um, enhanced for loop. Actually, is known as enhanced for loop. So actually, we're not looking about these things. Yeah. So we'll cover it later. So simply while loop, do while loop, and for, right? So these things. So you can see it here. I'll be covering these things. So let's take an example and see each things very clearly and understand these things, right? And don't worry, this will going to be very easy for you if you are following me. And more importantly, just keep practicing these things, right? So that's how you can learn easily. So let's look at this. So just open your IDE and you must be having your learning core Java folder, right? Just open it. Alright, once you open up, so you see something like this. This is main, right? Main class, which is by default provided by the, you can say that your IDE, right? And the interesting thing that you see that there is a driver function, right? You must have to remember this. This is the driver function. Without it, you cannot run the class. This is, you can see that this is the entry point for your program, right? Now we're going to look at the next thing. Okay, let's create a package. So I would like to check. Don't we give off package, right? Right now I'm just telling you. Let's say new, right? So create a package. Later it will help you, right? When I'll be explaining something interesting about it. You just have to pick main folder or main folder and click package, right? So this is a conditions and loops, right? So in condition and loop, create a new class, right? You can say that this class will going to be for conditions, right? Learning conditions, right? Now, right now, actually, there are many things that I'm not explaining to you, like this is public class, what is going over there, right? So don't worry about it. I'll be explaining it later, right? Okay, so we dive into learning conditions. So we know that the decision, right? How to take decisions. So before you go ahead for learning conditions, you must be knowing something like this. This is the operators. Um, equal, greater than equal, less than equal, and there's an upper condition checking for this. Okay, less than equal, and that's it, right? And I'll be giving you later. There are so many how we use for nesting as well. So suppose we have three number, right? Demonstration. And I have told you what we're using. Condition basically we're using if else, right? These kind of things. So demonstration of demonstration. If statement statements. So if so this will be syntax, right? This is your syntax. If and you have to give condition. Okay. This is your syntax, right? This is how something looks like. Or you can give a boolean value right now, true. Okay, it's like the condition. Okay, so in this. So this is the syntax, right? And now suppose I have told you about the taking input. So let's take input. And for taking input, what we need to do? We need to use scanner class. So scanner, enter. This now remove this because it is creating awkwardness, right? And here we write something like this. Is valid. So there your statement would be, right? Yes, this is a scanner class. Scanner input is equal to new scanner system dot in, right? And let's take an integer value. So suppose int define this value, right? This is how you define the value. So int input. So there you see that next int, right? Right. So now you have got the integer value and you have stored this value. So we have to print this value if a is greater than 18, right? So for that purpose, a is greater than 18. And if a is greater than 18, what we need to do is s out. So when you write s out, it will go to print and click enter. So it will automatically take the system.out.println. So system is a class basically, and out is the object, and println is a method, right? So there are so many methods available. You can see that the print, as I have told you in earlier lecture as well. So print is available and printf is also available here. So I'm using println. So it says that the print line, which means that after printing the value, it will take the new line, right? So print a this, right? This is a known class name. Okay. We have to define the static void main string argument, right? Now you see everything's fine. So this is a driver function. You must have to write it right, and under driver function I'm writing this. So I'm taking an input and storing it here, and if a is going to be greater than 18, or you can say that is equal to greater than or equal to 18, in that case only a is going to be printed, right? And if you want to print some funny value, okay, just run this first. So you can see here, sorry, I'm sorry, basically we have to run only this method, right? And we don't have to run the previous one. So for that purpose, you have to click here, right? Just in front of this main method. Otherwise, what it does is it will take whole, actually it's a package now. this kind of package. So it will take more than so now suppose I'm giving 19. So you see that 19 is printed, right? But it is looking pretty much boring kind of, right? So let's make something interesting and say that here. South, enter your age, right? Now, so here you see that enter your age, suppose we're 20, and this is going to print 20, right? But it's still it's a kind of boring, so let's make it more user interactive, right? It's called actually adding these things for your client, right? So we as a programmer understand everything what is going, and we may forget these things when we leave this coding after a few months or few weeks, but recently we know that what is going to happen when we are writing codes. So say here something more. South, your age is a plus. Okay, use next statement. Otherwise, it will be very hard for you to use this statement. You are eligible for voting. Now you can see here. So I have done few things here. Firstly, I have written the code on, code off, right? So your age is, and then I have used this plus. What is this? And then without in code, I have written a, right? So when you have to print a string, you have to give it in a code, right? And when you have to print variable, you just simply give the variable without code. And this is the concatenation operator, right? Concatenation. Here this is concatenation. I don't know spelling. You can correct it. Concatenation operator, right? So your age is A, and you are eligible for voting, right? Now it will be looking a little bit. So enter your age. So just enter your age. So example say 24. So your age is 24. You are eligible for voting, right? So this is now interactive program. And the next thing that we have to look at is so what if user is not going to print give anything? So in that case, we are not considering that case actually. So just suppose I'm going to give 12, right? So you will see that the process finished with exit code 0 and there's nothing happened. So for that purpose, you can simply give as out you are too young, right? Now if I run this, so you are too young, right? You can see here. So now I'm here explaining you many things. First, I told you about concatenation and how you print variable and how you print a string, right? So if you have to put a string in between, so you have to use this, right? And when you start programming, so you might be facing many errors, right, in your programs. So don't worry. Actually, you'll be learning it. So and let's take a program. Let's make actually a program. Simple program here. Write a program with takes three values, which takes two values, two values, right? And store it in a variable used from user from keyboard, you can say that, and using a scanner class. Actually, there are many methods. There are one method also available. You can take input, but I'm not going to explain that. You can search it over Google, right? Store it in a variable. And print the larger value, right? So now, firstly, we will define two values, int a and b. This is how we define values. So the a is already defined. So where a is defined, okay, here is defined. So let's say that this is okay. Should I clear this now? Okay, clear this. I hope that you might be learning. I don't need to give the code. What is going to be just typing and learn, type and learn. So So actually we have already defined it, right? So we have intent share this object, right? So this is input object. We'll be using this input object and taking the values int a input dot next int b is equal to input dot input is an object and next int is a method. Don't worry if you're not understanding. Just say that this is input. Just memorize this right now, right? I'll show you. Yeah. Okay, so you have taken the two values a and b, and what you have to do is now we have to use conditions, right? If a is greater than b, this is the S out, print a, else S out, print b. So if there is someone who might be researching who can say that there are some other methods also available, you can write this code, right? And I'll be telling you actually it is taking 5 lines. I can write it in 2 lines, right? 3 lines, sorry. Sorry. Okay, just run this code. Okay, this will be 12, 15. So you will see that we have given two values here, over here, 12 and 15. So it is going to print the larger value. But one thing more, actually, as I have promised that I can print it into 2 lines. So first I have to show you how to print it in 2 lines, right? So if you want to print 2 lines, if there is one statement is there, so you can write this code this way. Here. Now, so suppose we have to give the values here, 12 and 17. So it will print 17, right? So you can see that only if it's 10 here. So, but if I put here one more, suppose S out, right? A is larger, and if I run this again, so 12, 17, 16, actually, A is larger. Only for printing, A is larger, right? So this is printing everything, right? So now, how to solve this problem? Actually, if you look at that, the value B is larger, right? And so this is printing this statement is larger, and these two statements are getting executed, and the one is remaining here, right? So how to solve that this problem? So for solving this problem, we actually use braces here. So that's why we use braces. So in braces, no matter how many statements we have written here, right? No problem. Just write these statements. Many numbers of statements, right? So this is one way. And I hope that you can. So now I've told you about if and else, right? So what else does it? This is the best practice keeping the braces with yourself. Otherwise, you might get somewhat confused or maybe sometimes get problem. And if you are getting problem, so don't worry that you will get the problem and you will not resolve it. You can resolve it. There is one the powerful tool debugger is available, but I'm not going to explain debugger right now. I'll be explaining in some other video. Right now, I'm just covering these things. So this is if else statement. What if we have to nest these statements, right? Two statements. So nested if it is known as nested if else statements, right? There we are. Larger. So just in the one sent only one word here, positive value. Now, now I can demonstrate by changing only one word this if else or nested if else. So if I say that this is positive value, right? So it means that it should be greater than 0, right? And if a is greater than 0, right? Yeah. So, okay, write this saying expected. Okay, this is asking for a statement. No, then why? Okay. There's actually, if you it is not matching, the braces are not matching, the curly braces are not matching, then it will raise the error. So if a is greater than 0, in that case, a is greater than b, right? That's how printed, right? This is the one way of printing. So percentage number is positive or not, right? And if number is going to be positive, in that case, you're going to compare this with b, right? And it will automatically take the larger number. If you use your logic and you understand it, you will find it that how this is working. And I'm leaving it as an assignment. So why? Because why I'm not comparing it here? B, right? So B is always going to be small. If this is true and this is true, then it will always going to print A, right? And you can use else as well as out B. So there will be two cases actually, right? Okay, let me explain to you about it. This is the logical part. Actually, this is not my task to explain you. Let me explain you because you are learning. Huh. So with that. So if A is 3, right, and B is 1, in that case, A is going to come here and 3, and this will going to execute print A, right? And if not, in that case, B will going to print, right? So here A will going to print. For example, if A is 1 and B is 2, so so if A is 1, B is 2, in that case, B is going to print, right? And what if A is 3, B is -1, right? And in that case, 2 is going to be perfect. Okay, let's read. Okay, it's fine, leave it. Don't go to so deep. Leave it. Okay, explaining nested if else. So if A is greater than 0, it means that this is how nested if else works. So I'm nesting here, right? And suppose, okay, let's nest one more thing here. And this is AND operator, right? So logical operator, there are, as I've told you, there are many logical operators, and in logical operators, AND is available, OR is available, NOT is available, right? So these three are logical operators, and you can also, and so, and B is greater than, okay, 0, right? So this is logical operator, right? So A and B. So if both are going to be true, in that case, only positive numbers are going to be printed. Otherwise, no number will going to print, right? So that's how it is working. And let's take another example and understand more about it. So this is how I've completed. Um, Actually, I've completed the about the conditional statements. The conditional statement, nested if statement, else if statement, more logical statement. Okay, we'll cover it up later in later video. So one thing more I would like to tell you here is this. Okay, leave this. So these things are enough, right? So that's how Apples works. And if you keep practicing and keep looking at examples, you will find that this is going to be very easy for you, right? So thanks for watching. And actually, I don't want to finish up this video, but I want to complete. But this video is going to be very very long. So just break it into two parts. So in next part, I'll coming up about the switch statement. And switch statement is kind of the okay, it's not bad switch statement and about loops and do while loops, right? So thanks for watching and I will meet you in the next video. So